Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy with Van Ahn & Company. It is Thursday, December 3rd. I'm just going to go over the markets with you. Like we've been saying for a while now, there's not a whole lot of news out there, and if there is news to move these grains, it's going to come from the outside markets, especially that dollar, and that's what you saw today. Was the dollar was down over $2 full. It came off news that Europe is going to take some quantitative easing directions or considering it, and so what you had was the dollar starting to fade back a little bit and correct just slightly. It was towards those recent highs, and so what you saw was that it influenced the wheat market the most, which is, you know, not surprising as the rallying dollar has really influenced that wheat market. And so what we saw was wheat close up anywhere from 7 to 15 cents higher. The one weaker leg was Minneapolis, and maybe that was due to some farmers selling. We're not quite sure there why it was the weakest of them, but it also brought corn up, closing up over 6 cents, and then beans, though it struggled majority of the day, it was able to come back and close about 3 to 4 cents higher. And so with that dollar, you know, extremely weaker, it lent that support. We'll have to see if you see follow through trade. We do know that if you see a correction of the dollar more, about $3 or $5 more, you should see that support the grains to some degree. The one issue you're looking at is how much of that will be met with farmers selling. We know there's a lot of corn left to sell, and if that's the case, it might hamper a little bit. You might not be able to see that rally as much as you want in the corn market. Over into the meat markets, you had a pretty ugly day there, trading expanded limits lower into live cattle. Feeder cattle were about $3 lower, and then lean hogs were about 20 to 40 cents lower. Both live cattle and feeder cattle both did come back into the close. They closed in the red, but nonetheless they were not expanded limits lower. So you had a little bit of a comeback there, maybe from the dollar. And then, like I said, outside markets, along with that dollar being drastically lower, you did see the Dow quite a bit lower, down 170 points at one point, and then the crude market was up over almost $2 higher there. And so a lot of swings in those outside markets. You have an OPEC meeting coming up, and we'll see if you get any information out of that, as that'll influence how the crude market changes. And it looks like for now you have a crop report on the 9th, but besides that, it's going to be those outside markets that are probably moving the grain markets the most. I do have to close with a disclaimer. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for all producers. Have a great day.